I hear what you're saying there. Igal, how are you? I mean, your head looks hot right now, bruv. Talk to me about that game. Thank you, Mike. I know you had to shoot. Arsenal's performance, referees again involved. How do you personally see it, Igal?
First half, I would say to everybody, are you not entertained? Second half, I would say the referees knew what the script was. They knew what the script was because one thing I have question about, first of all, is can anybody determine, can anyone tell me verbatim what is a penalty and what's not a penalty anymore? Also, is there one rule applied to Arsenal and is there other rules applied to other teams? Because it's not just this game. We've seen today a situation where a player got pulled down by Van de Ven, no red card. Saliba last week, red card. We've seen today numerous times where Liverpool players kick the ball away and they're like, they couldn't take the free kick anyways. Well, Trossard, you couldn't take the free kick anyways because the ball was miles away from the player. So how is this crazy? Now, before you guys start saying I'm complaining about referees all day, I'm just going to get that out of the way first. Finally, the final decision. You guys all have to admit that was chaotic at the end, and to call a foul on a player that won the ball, fair enough. You're going to call it, you call it. But it's just really frustrating from my position. I thought that was a winner, and I don't know if it's clearly, if you can clearly say that's a foul, or if it's just a player beating the other man to the ball and you had no chance to jump for it. But hey, let's get to the game. First things first. Bukayo Saka is him, and people need to stop disrespecting him. First things first, right? He showed Robertson that where he was going to go. Robertson knew what he was going to do, and he still did it anyways. And he scored his 50th goal for Arsenal. One of the fastest players to do that. Credit to him. Unfortunately, he couldn't continue to perform for the entirety of the game, coming back from an injury. It is what it is. Then set pieces. We conceded from a set piece. That's the second time now in a couple games. I think that's down also to the fact that we were down Saliba. With Saliba and Gabriel there, I don't think we can see those kind of set pieces back-to-back games. But no excuses. Credit to Liverpool. Good set piece. They beat us first man to the ball. They beat a second man to the ball, and they scored. Then we had two opportunities to score from a set piece ourselves, and we showed that what we can do from set pieces also. That's our great equalizer. And that's where I thought we were going to go on to win the game. But unfortunately, we had to make some defensive changes due to injuries. And this is not a scapegoat or to injuries or excuses. We were the better team. We should have continued to push on. We should have continued to try to win. And even late in the game, we could have won. But injuries really hurt us at some point in this game, and that's where the momentum shift. That's where I thought Liverpool were going to continue to grow. And defensively, injuries or not, that was terrible defending from everyone involved in that final goal. Trent Alexander-Arnold, one pass to Darwin Núñez. Darwin Núñez, all you Liverpool fans were probably pulling your hair. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? And he does the perfect decision. He passes the ball to Mo Salah, open up the whole defense. And why is Mo Salah that open in the box? Guys, Mo Salah is the number one player you have to stop at Liverpool. You stopped him for 84 minutes. Hold on for 15 more. That's all I ask. You couldn't do it. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Now, the reason why my head is hot is because I felt like after that, the substitutions were from Arteta. I thought they were somewhat negative, but guess what? Ethan comes on and makes a difference again. Please play the guy. We've seen Mikey Moore play for Tottenham. The guy's not on his level. Give the guy more game time. He is one of the most creative players that we have. Give him an opportunity. He's shown versus Man City what he can do. He showed, if I'm not mistaken, he came on versus Man City. Am I wrong? Did he not come on in a recent game versus Leicester and make a major change? And this game, he's the guy who gets the ball across the box. I know it's not a goal, but we need to give these guys an opportunity when we have injuries. Arteta, you're gonna have to weather the storm, guys. Arsenal fans, weather the storm. I'm extremely upset right now because I don't think Liverpool is all that. We showed them today what we are capable of doing, and they're still not all that. They are still in amongst the pack with us, and I still believe, even with the injuries, we showed that we're the better team. And I believe we will continue to show that we're the better team, and I believe we'll continue to push on. This team just needs to weather the goddamn storm. We're going through a rough patch, and honestly, when will luck turn our way? Because having two players go down through injuries in the same game when you already have a center back out, you can't write this. But hey, I don't like these decisions. And if you guys can tell me these decisions are fair and explain it to me, please do. Because maybe my ball knowledge is not on the level to understand how many fucked up decisions we see on a regular basis that go other people get the favorable call and we don't. Are they 50-50? Are they all subjective? Are these referees against us? What the fuck is going on?
The referees aren't against you. The referees aren't against you.
Can I just say one thing to counter
Stop this stupid paranoia. The referees aren't against you. It's
So
ridiculous.
explain to me
I
how
don't
in
have to.
a matter of
I don't have to.
one
I don't have
second.
to explain
No,
individual
no, no,
results.
no.
I don't have to explain individual
No, no,
situations
no.
to you, Gal.
So,
If
so tell me.
referees aren't against the answer, people
So
have been
tell
saying
me
this. Football
how
fans have been
favorable.
saying this since football started. People are paranoid about referees being against them. It's not. They're not against you. Sometimes it goes for you.
Okay.
Sometimes it goes against
In
you.
the
Grow up.
same day, did you watch the West Ham Manchester United game? That was a soft penalty.
I
You're
don't
telling
care.
me the
I don't,
situation.
but the problem is, right? The referee will make 95 brilliant results throughout a whole game, and then he'll make 5% results. Sometimes they go for you, sometimes they go against you. There's nothing against Arsenal. You keep
Sure,
talking about it.
sure. You're not in my shoes. You don't see it.
I'm
You
not
don't
in your
see it.
shoes. I know.
You
I'm
don't
not in your
see
shoes.
it.
Thank God I'm not, because the
No,
paranoia
you
is
don't see it.
ridiculous.
No, you don't see it because guess what? Guess what? You don't have
All
19
right.
red cards. Guess what? You're the least fouled team in the last 5 seasons. You guys don't see it. We see it on a regular basis because we see a call go against us where we get a red card, and in the same back-to-back weekends, we see Van de Ven and Tosin not get sent off for it.
You do understand. You do understand. No, but you do understand that each situation needs to be taken on its own merits. You saying Liverpool are the least foul team in the last 5 years. Like, frankly, who gives a shit? Who even is collating these stupid statistics? What does that mean? No. Just whether we are or whether we aren't. What does that prove? And the most important thing is, are these results correct or incorrect? How many of those are correct or incorrect?
I think some of these.
If you want to do anything more than cursory analysis, then let's do some proper analysis. Don't just say these stupid things. Oh, yeah, we're the least foul team in the last 5 years. Who cares about who's fouled in 5 years?
Tell me 19 red cards is not an outlier. Tell me 19 red cards is not an outlier. Tell me the fouls red card rate for Arsenal is not an outlier. Tell me that.
So Arsenal, you're saying Arsenal got 19 red cards. What's the second most highest team? What have they got?
It's like 12 or 14. How many is it, Terry? Do you know?
Whoever.
Let me find out.
But the point is that if Arsenal wasn't the outlier, somebody else would be the outlier. There's always an outlier.
So of the top 5 teams in the Prem, Arsenal 19, then it's Man City with 10, then Man United, then Liverpool with 8.
Almost double. Is that not an outlier?
I want the entire of the Premier League because I know Everton's got tons of red cards.
I'll be honest with you. Our production team only put together the last 5 years of the top 5 teams. I haven't done that much research on it.
A gal saying the referees are against us is a cop out. Last season, Liverpool got 3 red cards in, I believe, in 11 games. I think it was one against McAllister, against Bournemouth, Van Dijk, Newcastle, and there was another one I can't remember. Curtis Jones as well? When did you scream that the referees were against Liverpool?
I don't remember the fouls, but if you
we're not in the shoes. We're not in the shoes.
Exactly. So
we're not in the shoes.
1 second.
Do I agree with you that the referees are bad? Yes, I agree with you. But to say the point that they're against Arsenal, is there something different against Arsenal? Please cut that out.
Yeah, do you know what I would say, Igal? Like, listen, I agree with your frustration. I think they're bad. I don't think there's conspiracy against any one particular club. The one, if we're going to believe in any conspiracy here, the one that I feel like holds like it could be true is sometimes I feel like they make certain decisions for drama. I feel like that, and because it isn't any one particular club. You know, we will City Premier League get them. At the same time, certain rivals of City think that I think my internet's just gone down. Just on talk PGMOL. Am I back? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
I thought it was me.
Internet went. No, it's my internet. I've got my fiber coming in about 3 or 4 weeks. I can't wait, bruv. That lease line is on its way in. But you'll get like City fans that go, the Premier League are against us. The Premier League are targeting us to destroy us. Then there are Man United and Arsenal fans at the minute who think the Premier League, the PGMOL, and the Man City are in cahoots to make them only win. That's why I don't believe in the conspiracy theories. They're either completely incompetent or they just decide to throw the cat amongst the pigeons in certain games for drama. Those two things make sense to me. You talk about red cards. What really interesting when you look at that data in the last 5 years, Man United have the fewest red cards, but yet we get yellow cards at a much higher rate than everybody else. And again, I said it in the video and I spoke about this, Igal. The idea that City are treated worse than anybody else based on 8 games of data, I thought was so disingenuous from the Standard. However, even with 5 years worth of data, it's so hard to analyze it based on the amount of fouls you commit versus the yellow cards and red cards, because a lot of yellow cards are not even for fouls. Time wasting, kicking balls away, they're not fouls. So it's such a hard thing to analyze. I think the problem is in this conversation and in these debates, and this is why there is too much tribalism. Everybody makes it about their club or about attacking your club. For years, when a decision went against you, it was your club cheated today. The referee making a mistake isn't an indication that your club. Man United fans got this for 25 years under Fergie. If we got a result go our way, it was Fergie paid the ref, you cheats. So of course we fought back against those claims. And I think football fans have got to stop pointing the fingers at each other's clubs. Stop playing the victim in terms of it's just my club that gets hurt by that. Because if it was just Arsenal, Man United wouldn't have conceded the penalty that we fucking did today. Like, it doesn't make sense to be against one club. I think this is about us all coming together and pushing back against it, as opposed to being about one team. Away from this, though, and back to the game.